A very good morning, everyone. I once again welcome you all for the second session of the first chapter, that is Introduction to Combinational Logic Circuits. In the first session, we have seen briefly about the introduction to the combinational logic circuits, and we have started discussing the definition of multiplexers and the variants that are available with the multiplexers. So, here in the second session, we shall discuss how to realize the higher order multiplexers using lower order multiplexers. Remember, every multiplexer will be having its own IC. To implement the functionality, they have the unique ICs. A 2 is to 1 mux is having its own IC. A 4 is to 1 mux, again it has its own IC. A 16 is to 1 mux and as well as an 8 is to 1 mux ICs, they have their own ICs. So this realization of higher order multiplexers using lower order multiplexer situation arises whenever we don't have the higher order multiplexers ICs with us, but what we have is the lower order multiplexer ICs with us in our lab. Then we can still implement the functionality of higher order multiplexers using their lower order variants. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 4:1 ಮಕ್ಸ್ ಐ ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ 2:1 ಮಕ್ಸ್ ಐ ಸಿಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಾವು 4:1 ಮಕ್ಸ್ ಐ ಸಿಸ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಾಲಿಟಿನ 2:1 ಮಕ್ಸ್ ಐ ಸಿ ಇಂದ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಇದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ನ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ we commonly know that the NAND gate and NOR gate are the universal gates. Why those are called as universal gates? Because we can implement all gate functionalities using the NAND and NOR gates only. So that's why even though if we don't have AND gate IC or OR gate IC with us, and if we have only the NAND gates, we can still achieve the functionality of all other gates using the universal gates. That's why they are referred as universal gates. So ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ us see the example of a 4:1 mux using 2:1 mux ICs. So here, as we know that, first we shall see what is a 4:1 mux and how it works. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, a 4:1 mux will have 4 inputs, D0, D1, D2 and D3, 4 inputs, and in order to select any one among these 4 inputs, we have 2 select lines, that is those are designated as S1 and S0 here. And as we know that every multiplexer will be having only one output, so there is only one output that is designated as Y, and the inputs are designated as D0, D1, D2 and D3. So here there is a common one enable pin is there. So this enable pin that is used to either enable or disable this logic system. So as this is an active high enable pin, this will be always connected to 1. As we know that with the two selection lines, I can make 4 selection. I can make a selection among these 4 input lines. So with the two input lines, I can have 4 different combinations. With 0, 0, the D0 is selected and its content is routed to the output line Y. With 0, 1, D1 is selected and its content is routed to Y. Similarly with 1, 0, D2 is selected, and with 1, 1, D3 is selected and its content is routed to output line Y. I want this functionality. Functionality of 4:1 mux, but I don't have this 4:1 mux IC with me. What I have is I have a 2:1 mux IC in our lab. So now we shall see how to implement the functionality of 4:1 mux using 2:1 mux. So in 2:1 mux, as we know that there are only, let's say this is a 2:1 mux, we have only 2 inputs and one selection line is there. So this selection line, this select line is going to make a selection among these two inputs, and the whichever the input that is selected, its content is routed to the output line y. This is what is the 2:1 mux. I have this one with me, but I want to implement the functionality of the 4:1 mux. First, here the first and primitive thing is to count the number of input lines that are required. In 4:1 mux I need 4 input lines, but in 2:1 mux I have only 2 input lines. So what we need to do, first thing what we need to do is we have to divide the number of required lines, that is 4, divided by the number of input lines that are available with me with the existing IC, with the existing mux, that is 4 should be divided by the number of input lines, that is 2 here. So I get a value 2. Again with I got a result 2 here. This 2 is again supposed to be divided by 2. So I get a value 1 here. So totally I need 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 means I need totally 3 2:1 mux ICs. I hope it is clear. First ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ 4:1 ಮಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ 4, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ 2:1 ಮಕ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 2. ಅದರಿಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 2. ಅಗೇನ್ ಈ ಎರಡನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ 1. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಕೋಶಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 1, this division is supposed to be continued. Now we have to add these quotients. ಈ quotients ನ add ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ I got a 2 plus 1, I got a value 3. So totally I need 3 2:1 mux. So let's draw the 2 2:1 mux first. So remember, first ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದ್ವಿ 2:1 mux, and again one more 2:1 mux. These are drawn one after another. Then I need one more 2:1 mux, so I will draw one more 2:1 mux I see here. So each 2:1 mux they need 2 inputs. So illond input, so illond input, so ಎರಡು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆದವು. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಎರಡು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆದವು. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ 2:1 mux ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2:1 mux, ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ 2:1 mux, ಇದು ಥರ್ಡ್ 2:1 mux. ಈ ಮೂರು 2:1 mux-ಗೆ ಎರಡೆರಡು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಎನೇಬಲ್ ಪಿನ್ ಅಂತೂ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎನೇಬಲ್ ಪಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು VCC as it is an active high enable pin. These are all connected to VCC, okay, or 1 you can say. So as per the 4:1 mux logic symbol here, let's designate these inputs in their order only. First 2:1 mux ಗೆ D0 ಮತ್ತು D1 ಅಂತ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2:1 mux ಗೆ D2 and D3 ಅಂತ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So output of the first and second 2:1 mux, let's these are the intermediate outputs. These are not the final outputs. So let's designate the intermediate outputs with the names F1 and F2. So these two are connected as input to the third 2:1 mux inputs. So these are connected as inputs to the third 2:1 mux here, and finally we will get an output from the third 2:1 mux, which is nothing but Y. So here if you see the logic symbol here, it needs 4 inputs. So 4 input idavale, D0, D1, D2 and D3, and it has got only one output, that is Y. So ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮಕ್ಸ್ ನಿಂದ ಬರೋದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ Y. Okay, number of inputs and outputs they are okay now. Now how to designate the select lines here, how to designate the select lines ಅಂದ್ರೆ S0 ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, S1 ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Since the first two is to 1 muxes are written one after the another, they share a common select line. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And we have a separate one more 2 is to 1 marks and it has got its own select line here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 4 ಅನ್ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 2 ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಎರಡು ಮಕ್ಸಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದೇ 2 ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ದಿಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 1 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 1 ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಕ್ಸು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರೋದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹಿಯರ್? So which select line has to be selected as S0 and which select line has to be designated as S1? So there is a confusion here. So adanna madlikke let's see the truth table first. So forget about enable here. So as we know that if enable itself is 0, then the logic system itself will be disabled, and irrespective of the contents of the select line, output will always it will be 0. Let's consider the cases where the enable pin is 1. So in the rest 4 cases the enable pin is made 1. So means now the data lines are selected as per the contents of the select lines. So with 0 0, so let's assume that so here I have erased all the annotations. So with 0 0, let's make this one as 0 first and this one as 0 again. With this 0, D0 is selected, so F1 will become D0 and F2 since they are sharing the common select line, with 0 D2 is selected, so F2 will become D2. And for this mesh, with S equal to 0 means with select line content 0, it will select the first line, that is D0 is selected and it is routed to output Y. Clear? Next combination with 0 1, let's make this again as 0 and sorry, with this as 1 and this as 0. With 1, with select line content 1, D1 is selected and it is routed to the output line, so F1 will become D1, F1 will become D1, and with the select line content 1, it will select the second line, that is F2 will become D3. Again with select line 0, the first F1 input is selected, means D0 will be routed to the output line Y. So second combination kuda correct aito. So the third combination is with S1 equal to 1 and S0 equal to 0. Again we make S0 is equal to 0 and S1 equal to 1. Now with S0 equal to 0, again D0 is selected, so D0 will come here as the F1, and with S0 equal to 0, T2 will be selected again here. But now consider this case here, since S1 is 1, so S1 is 1, now it will select F2 rather than F1, it will select the F2 because second line will be selected. So the second line content is D2, so D2 will be routed to the output line Y. Clear? Similar to the last combination with S1 equal to 1 and S0 equal to 0, so both are 1 1 here, So since S naught equal to 1, second line, that is D1 is selected, and its content appears on the output of the first 2:1 mux, that is F1 will become D1. With the same select line 1, now the second input data line, that is D3 is selected, and D3 is routed here, and F2 will become D3 now. So since S1 is also 1 here, with 1, now it will select the F2 content, that which is nothing but D3, and D3 will appear on the output line Y. So now I hope it is clear now. I will erase all the annotations first. So here we should, with this explanation, I should designate the select line which is shared among the first two multiplexers as S0, and with the second multiplexer I will designate the select line as S1. So I hope it is clear now. First thing is, we have to divide the 4 by 2, then I will get a value 2 here. That 2 indicates the number of multiplexers which will share a common select lines. Then again the quotient has to be divided by the available multiplexer input data lines, that is again by 2. I will get a value 1. So we require one more 2:1 mux, which will not share the select line. It will have its own select line, and which is should be designated with a different literal. Okay, next we will see another example. So here we are going to implement an 8:1 mux using 2 4:1 mux and 1 2:1 mux. Clear? So first 8:1 mux anದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಾ, there will be 8 input lines. Okay, the 8 input lines should be divided by, so we have 4:1 mux and 2:1 mux available with us. First we shall divide 8 by 4. So 8 by 4, it will give you a value 2. Means I need 2 4:1 muxes which are going to share a common select lines. Then this quotient 2 has to be again divided by what we have, one more IC, that is 2:1 mux. So 2 should be again divided by 2. I got a value 1 here. Means I need 2 4:1 muxes and 1 2:1 mux. The 2 4:1 muxes, they share a common select line, and the 1 2:1 mux, it will have its own separate, or you can say it will have its own select line, which is to be designated in a different, with a different literal. So here you can see this is first 4:1 mux and this is second 4:1 mux, and we have the select lines S0, S1 and S2. Okay, the outputs of the first and second 4:1 muxes are the inputs of the 2:1 mux. Finally we get an output here. So you can see, if you count the number of inputs here, so here they are written in the reverse order. Actually you can start naming the literals right from I0 here, I0, I1, I2 till I7. Okay, and these are the select inputs S0, S1 and S2. Ide question anna, if it is asked to implement the 8:1 mux functionality using only 2:1 muxes. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Let's see. Let's erase this. So what we have is, let's say we have to use only 2:1 muxes ಅಂದಾಗ number of inputs in the 8:1 mux is 8. It should be divided by 2. We got a value 4. Then so this division has to be continued till we get a quotient value 1. Again 4 has to be divided by 2 only, because we have only 2:1 muxes available with us ಅಂದಾಗ so ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Again 2 divided by 4 divided by 2 ಅಂದಾಗ we got a value 2 here. Again this 2 has to be divided by 2. We got a value 1. So totally how many muxes, 2:1 muxes are required? 4 plus 2 plus 1 means totally we need 7 2:1 mux ICs. Among them, the first 4 2:1 muxes, they share a common select line, and next 2 will share again a common select line, and finally here this one will have its own select line. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ 4 ಮಕ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈನನ್ನು S0 ಅಂತ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2 ಮಕ್ಸಸ್ ಓಕೆ S1 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1 ಮಕ್ಸಿಗೆ S2 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಕಾಮನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ನಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ S0 S1 S2 ಆ ಥರ. ಓಕೆ, next we shall see how to implement 16:1 mux using 4:1 muxes only. So here only 4:1 muxes ನಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, what we do? First 16 should be divided by the number of available input lines, 4 ಅಂದಾಗ. So we got a value 4. So I already told you this division has to be continued till we obtain the quotient value 1. Again this quotient 4 is divided by 4. We got a value 1. Okay, now it is over. Now how many total 4:1 muxes are required andaga? We have to add these two quotients. 4 plus 1, it will give you a value 5. So totally we need 5 4:1 mux ICs. Among these 5 4:1 mux ICs, the first 4 4:1 mux ICs, they share common select lines. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು 1 2 3 4. All these are sharing a common select line. ನೋಡಬಹುದು S0 and S1. Okay, and the outputs of these 4:1 muxes are nothing but again 4, and these outputs are fed as input to the last 4:1 mux IC here. So ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ, ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತವೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, that is S2 and S3. Finally it will give an output Y. So if you count the number of inputs here, totally from I0 to I15 there are totally 16 inputs are there, and only one output is there. So this functionality of 16:1 mux is implemented using 4:1 mux only. I hope it is clear now. Now the last one, we have to implement the functionality of 64:1 mux using 16:1 mux and 4:1 mux. So what we do? First we have to divide 64 by 16. 64 divided by 16. We got a value we got a quotient value 4. Now this 4 has to be divided by, this 4 has to be divided by, so ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವುದು 4 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So this 4 is divided by 4, we got a quotient value 1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ totally I require 4 16:1 marks and 1 4:1 marks. These 4 16:1 marks they share common select lines, and this will have its own, or you can say this will have separate select lines. ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 3 4 4 16:1 marks are there, and the 16:1 marks they need 4 select lines. So you can see here all of these are sharing a common select lines S0, S1, S2 and S3. So output of these 4 are fed as input to the one more 4:1 mux IC, so which requires again 2 select lines which are designated as S4 and S5. Finally we got an output Y here. So now if you count the number of inputs, you ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So let's say this is the first mux D0 to D15, and totally there are 16 input lines are here. Again D16 to D31, again 16 input data lines. Here again 16 data lines, again 16 data lines. So if you sum up all these, means we got a totally 64 input data lines and 6 select lines and 1 output line Y. So we have successfully implemented the 64:1 mux functionality using 16:1 mux and 4:1 mux. Another important application of multiplexer is we can implement the functionality of logic gates using them. So usually we will illustrate the implementation of all gates using 4:1 mux, as well as in the later session we will implement them using 2:1 muxes also. Here, while implementing the logic gate functionalities, first thing that we have to note here is, so if you are using a 4:1 mux, means